There's these very common things that kind of circle around the internet, like how much money you should have saved and invested at each
Oh
age
gosh.
in order to retire successfully, right? And so, of course, every time I
Right.
look at those, I'm like, oh, well, I'm definitely not at whatever this person says I should be at this age. And in order to prevent myself from going down the rabbit hole of, well, I would have been there if all these things wouldn't happened, and then I just make myself feel worse, I just like to step outside of the painting and say, these numbers are for people that are going through the very step by step prescribed life, which is great. It's a great way to plan, great way to do. These are for people who plan to work, retire at 65. This is how much money they need in this period of inflation to make sure that they're okay and safe at a certain age. But then I tell myself, like you don't have to follow this step by step guide. You don't have to have all of these things that they say. You can arrive at, there are other things that you can do. As we like to say, when you're self-employed, your income is limitless. It's sort of like
Yeah.
there is no cap on it, and any number of things could happen. Now, of course, I work towards it. I don't just sit back and say, oh, this step by step is not for me. I
Right.
just sit back and say, well, I know that I would like to invest more. I would know that I would like numbers closer to this or better, but I'm going to have to arrive at it a different way too. But there's no quote unquote like catch up. Like nobody gets to set the rules of what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Anything can happen at any time, uh, in a good way.